my daughter, my husband, my sister, two of my grandchildren. They're going to be walking with me, and I know it's going to be very emotional, but, you know, as I've leaned on them for the last couple of years, you know, let me lean on you one more time, and then I promise I'll go back to being the mom I was before.
You know, with anything, you have your ups and downs, and she had to deal with it, and, you know, you have to be there, but give her time as well to deal, not over, you know, it's hard, and we're proud of her. She's accomplished a lot going through all of that to make sure that she was able to fulfill her dream. She's always been there for us, and she needed us, and that was what we had to do, was to give back.
They've been my church members and my family members and friends who've known me. You know, they were always encouraging, sending me cards and calls and stuff like that. And I think it's important because it keeps your mind focused on something else other than your sickness or anything like that.
He has been absolutely wonderful. Changed dressings, emptied my drain tubes, because I've had 7 surgeries. And I mean, just absolutely wonderful. Even when I knew that I didn't look good, he would tell me how beautiful I looked.
I've learned through the years before I found out I was cancer-free that you have the support of your caregivers, because this is such a hard disease. I always say that my body hasn't come back to me from the beginning. I feel like I'm still not the same yet, and you need that support of the people around you, your church, your friends. Just keep you going, because if you're doing this alone, it's a difficult walk.
And you know, the people where I went for treatment, where I went for chemo, the nurses, the folks who worked there, and especially the radiology people when I got to radiology treatment, they were wonderful. I guess they try to keep you upbeat, because, you know, it's kind of depressing, kind of stinks going through treatment. It's, you know, difficult. And, you know, everybody was always cheery and friendly and, you know, would kid around with me.
I've had people in my family to pass away from cancer, grandmother, mother, you know, my mother. So, you know, I understand what it can do to you and what it can do to a family.
I had just graduated from college with my bachelor's degree, and the next day I drove my mother's brand new car. God bless her, she let me take her car. She hadn't even had it 2 weeks. She let me take her brand new car down to South Carolina, and I stayed with my aunt for 2 weeks and bathed her and cleaned her house and cooked for her and took her to the doctor and changed her dressing and all of that stuff. So that was what really, we're a very close family, and she's always been like my second mother. So I felt like there was no choice, no option. That was what I was going to do, to go help take care of her, because her daughter was only a teenager and really wasn't capable, and, you know, she was kind of in denial, didn't really know how to deal with all that with her mom walking around, you know, and so I went down there and took care of her, and would do it again in a minute.
It's harder this year because my brother just passed, you know, and I thought it was hard with my mom and dad, you know, but, you know, when your brother, and I'm the baby, but, you know, he's the oldest of our, well, second oldest, you know, so the 5th out of 5. And he fought hard, you know, and so this is kind of dedicated to him. Who was that? Who was it for? Uncle Blueberry? Yeah, Uncle John.
I almost cried this year, actually. Yeah.
Tell me why.
Because it means a lot to have her. She's always been there for me, and I just love her so much.
I tell her she's my favorite granddaughter, and she says, Grammy, I'm your only granddaughter.
I'm here in Virginia, and I just have my 2 boys and no family here but me and my 2 boys. And so this has been really a great experience, having these people from Relay and my cancer support group to be there as my family.
I refer to the Relay as my team. People at work have the Dolphins and the Cubs and Chicago Bulls and all that sort of thing. Well, Relay is my team.
1, 2, 3. I'm coming to you.
Go.
so wonderful.
Hi. What are your name?
What team? My name's Marianne. What's your name?
Anthony.
Anthony, what team are you with? You know your team name?
Miss Juana.
Yeah? Is it powered by women too?
Yes.